Howdy all. Virginia Piper here with part 2 of an incredible chapter in my pipe smoking experience. This is about the adoption of my son. We had returned from our first trip to Russia to meet the boy the adoption agency had selected for us and to fill out some paperwork to start the process of adopting him. Actually, a lot of that started in Russia too, but we had to wait for it, again, just to kind of go through and get a court date as well. Well, while awaiting our return, we got his nursery ready and came up with a list of Russian words that he might know or had likely heard, along with their English translations. Put it in a frame and also brought it with us, but then eventually hung it up in his room. And the idea was that we'd use both words when talking to him and then transition to just using the English words. I even wrote a lullaby for him in Russian and English based on a few of the phrases that I learned. Time went quickly, and we found ourselves back in Russia, where I enjoyed a pipe from time to time. Well, we got to know him our first trip to Russia, and he got to know us. And as expected, he was a little bit wary of us, since we had spent a week with him on the first trip, and then suddenly dropped out of his life for a month. But it wasn't long before he warmed up to us again. When we took him with us for visits to government offices in Moscow, I watched his eyes take in everything that was going on around him. It was as if you could see him thinking. And a few days later, we were before a Russian judge who, after going through our paperwork and hearing statements from me and my wife, declared the boy to be our son. You should have seen the joy on my wife's face when she changed him into some clothes we brought for him. Well, it turns out we were ahead of schedule, and the representative from the adoption agency was kind of taken aback that we chose to leave early rather than explore Russia with our new 10-month-old son. We were tired, we were new to parenting, and our son was already quite a handful. So we were just happy to head home. He did keep us quite busy, especially on the flight to Hamburg, which was, again, one of those stopovers we had to make. But we eventually arrived in the U.S., and when his passport was stamped at the airport in New York, our boy became a U.S. citizen. I hope you're having a great day.